warning light.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Scott Anchek, speaking for SOS. Mr. Chairman, I want to introduce a document to you folks from Mr. Sandrock to Mr. Vineyard, head of FDEP. This was written after Mr. Eichelhart sent his letter to Mr. Sandrock saying that there was no science in the area wanting to be sewer, and yet Mr. Sandrock sends this letter to Mr. Vineyard asking for help for the public meeting and a statement saying that this is a critical environmental project for protecting Charlotte Harbor, and there are negative impacts that are damaging our natural waterways. Now, Mr. Sandrock sent this letter fully 4 months after the email exchange that he had with Mr. Eichelhart, where Mr. Eichelhart clearly says there is no specific study for the area to be sewered, and that any credit from the sewer for environmental impact was based on assumptions. Now, those were Mr. Eichelhart's words, not ours. So I'd like to know why. Would you kindly ask Mr. Sandrock why he would send this letter to Mr. Vinson, please, Mr. Chairman?
We don't get into exchanges like that during citizen input.
Oh, you can't ask. You can't ask Mr. Sandrock for me.
At my one-on-one meetings, I will.
Okay. Then, when Mr. Vincent didn't reply, Mr. Sandrock had Hector Flores, just 2 days before the meeting, send the same thing and ask, saying, this environmental project, this is a quote from Mr. Flores, the deputy to Mr. Sandrock, saying, this environmental project is vital to protecting Charlotte Harbor and also our major canals and natural waterways. Now, why would Mr. Flores send that without direction from Mr. Sandrock? It has to come from Mr. Sandrock because he actually copies Mr. Sandrock on this. And so what we have here is, I mean, there's no polite way to say it. I don't like saying it publicly, but we once again demonstrate how Mr. Sandrock has manipulated and misled not only this board, as we've shown in the past, he's misled the taxpayers, but now he's misleading Mr. Vineyard, who's the head of FDEP for the entire state of Florida. And so is this the kind of county administration that we want in this county? We had today several situations where staff did not come here with answers, wasting your time, which is, of course, wasting the taxpayers' money. And so once again, Mr. Chairman, we're asking for Mr. Sandrock to be removed and a vote by these commissioners to remove this administrator for not doing his job properly. Thank you, sir.